everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Wednesday and it is June 22nd. We have one meeting to tell you about, actually two meetings to tell you about this afternoon. At 9:30 this morning, United Maintenance and Construction Committee, and that will be in the boardroom. And then at 3 o'clock this afternoon, we have the third Mutual Town Hall. That'll be in Clubhouse 2 in the Sequoia Room. So if you'd like to participate in both of those, you can just go to the boardroom. Now on our show today, we have Marcia Gatlin, who is here on behalf of Recreation. She has some activities and events that she'd like to go over with you, and always some exciting things happening at Recreation. And then we have Jerry, who is here on behalf of Pacific Financial Planners, and we're going to talk to you about this volatile market and some things that you can do to help secure your money. All right, well, let's take a look at our weather. We've got some wacky, crazy lightning this morning, but that is due to a monsoonal moisture system that is coming up from the south. Now, we won't see too much moisture this morning. Most of it is to the north of us, but we are experiencing some lightning and thunder. However, we may get a couple little showers here and there. However, we are looking at warm temperatures today with lots of humidity. 86-67 tomorrow, down to 83-65. Friday, a little AM fog, then sunshine, 82-62. June gloom is still here through the rest of the month, 81-65. And then Sunday, 83-68. Our sunrise this morning was at 5:41, and our sunset will be at 8:05. And thank you, Cole, for sending this beautiful sunset out of Maui. Always a perfect sunset from Hawaii. Thanks for sending that in. And if you would like to share a photo with our community, please send us a summertime photo to Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com. All right, when we come back, we will hear all about activities here in the village with Marcia, so stick around.
Captain America.
Watch HGTV.
Netflix.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. Remember me? I'm the king of whoopee. And you're watching Village Television. But everybody does.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Marcia Gatlin here from Recreation, and of course, always so many activities. Welcome.
Thank you. Recreation is always so grateful for the opportunity to update.
Oh, thank you. No problem. I mean, we're happy to have you guys, and there's so much going on, and I'm really happy that you're able to provide our residents so many fun things. And of course, right around the corner is July 4th.
Yes, here we go, July 4th. So first of all, we are so thankful to our sponsors for this event. So we've got Anthem, we've got Clever Care Health Plan, and Laguna Premier Realty.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So thanks to them, we are able to put on an action-packed event for our residents.
Okay.
So let's break it down because there is so much going on July 4th.
Okay.
So from 11 to 2, we will have activities going on at Clubhouse 2. So these activities are all free. You just show up and it'll include the following. We will have bounce house for the kids, games and swimming. There will be food at the 19, including hot dogs, hamburgers, all of our summer favorites, and ice cream as well.
Wow, and that's all free?
No, food is for purchase.
Okay, good, because if everything was free, I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
So events
Okay.
and activities are free.
Gotcha.
If you choose to buy your lunch, you can. If you choose to do a picnic with your family,
You can do that.
you can do that as
Okay.
well.
All right, perfect.
So another part of this event includes our golf cart parade. So this has now been such a popular activity. Residents get so creative with their golf carts, and it's going to be so much fun to either participate or just to watch.
Okay.
So that also begins at 11 a.m. and it starts at Clubhouse 5, and they'll make their way down to Clubhouse 2.
And Clubhouse 2 is where all the activities are, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, if they wanted to participate in the golf cart parade, what is the deadline date?
All right, so to register, the deadline date is July 1st.
That's the last day.
Yes, so you
Okay.
register either through ActiveNet if you have an account, or you contact the Recreation Office.
Okay, fantastic. Well, always a lot of fun, and it seems like I was searching around the other day about all the different activities that are going on in the area, and it seems like people have picked up now since COVID is now hopefully behind us for the most part.
Absolutely.
And people are really bringing on the good stuff, so I'm glad you're able to have this.
Yes, and furthermore, the activities won't just end at 2. So even though the recreation portion will finish at 2, we will have resident bands who have volunteered to come out and play music until 6 o'clock out on the Clubhouse 2 patio.
Nomads, right? Yeah.
Various bands, so you can
Excellent.
stick around, hang out with your friends outside. I mean, there's no better day to do that.
And that will go until 6 p.m., the music,
Until
right?
6 p.m.,
And
the
then
music.
that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
The 19 restaurant will be open regular hours, so you can still dine out if you'd like to afterwards, but that will conclude the events.
That's great. And then, you can always head out to another city nearby, like Aliso Viejo, I know is having additional activities if you really want to, push it till 9 or 10 o'clock that night. So lots of fun things. Okay, excellent. And then you have another concert, actually a couple different concerts that are coming up over the course of the next few months.
Yeah. So coming up, we have a classic rock tribute by a band called Southbound and Company. And they're truly a diverse classic rock band. They're going to be playing all kinds of different artists, from Chuck Berry to Leonard Skinner to Free. So it's going to be all sorts of really fun hits. And this show's a little bit different. It'll be a matinee show, Saturday, July 9th at 3 p.m.
Okay.
So we're trying something different. Come out in the middle of the day, soak up that AC, and listen to some really fun music.
I love that. Now, of course, if they still want tickets, it's pretty much the same for every concert, right?
As far as purchasing your tickets,
yeah.
Yes, so you can show up when our box office is open between the hours of 9 to 12, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, or anytime online, 24/7, tickets.lagunawoodsvillage.com.
Perfect. And then another one that's coming up in August, which I've seen before, is Queen Nation. Have you seen them?
I haven't seen them, only their promo videos. And
Which is pretty good.
Yes, they do replicate it to the T. So they
Exactly.
sound great, they look the part, and that one is selling quickly. So it'll be on August 20th. It is an evening show, 7 p.m. Get your tickets while they last.
Oh yeah, fun. I wonder if that will sell out. So now I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about volunteers. Now I know you guys were looking for volunteers before. Are you still looking for volunteers?
Yeah, there's volunteers opportunities throughout the village. I know that Clubhouse 4 workshops utilize volunteers for any discipline that folks feel like they're skilled in, whether it's sewing or woodworking. There's more information at the Clubhouse 4 office, but I can really speak to the opportunities at the Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
There are opportunities to usher if folks feel so inclined. There is the responsibility of checking tickets at the door, helping folks to their seats, but then there's also the plus of getting to sit down and enjoy the show.
Well, see, that's what I was going to say, is that when you volunteer for an event like that, what about the events that you're having, like the July 4th and things like that? Do you need volunteers for that, or are you guys covered?
Yeah, at this point we're covered.
Okay, so just really what's the concerts and the performances at the PAC and you need people there.
Well, yes, and
Okay.
there is an application that folks can fill out that we keep on file. So
Okay.
if you are interested in volunteering anywhere, we will have your application and we can always give you a call and let you know that we need volunteers.
Okay,
So
perfect.
apply if you want.
I love that. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And we'll have you back again next month to talk about some other fantastic things. And we'll revisit that Queen Nation. Maybe we'll have
will.
a short clip.
Hopefully.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
And if you want more information about all the activities that we have discussed here, or you want more information about volunteering for the PAC, you can always email recreation at vmsinc.org. We'll be right back.
Village Television presents Friday Films, only on Village Television. Fridays at 2 and 6 p.m. Foreign films, dramas, and comedies. Award-winning films, romance and mystery. Independent films. Every Friday, only on Village Television.
When a loved one requires ongoing assistance and attention, home-related care and caregiving become viable alternatives to an existence dependent upon hospitalization. Your home care provides thoughtful general care and assistance with the basic necessities of daily living, all within familiar surroundings. Call 949-215-0004 to schedule a personal in-home consultation.
Freedom Village Skilled Nursing offers rehabilitation after surgery with our team of on-site therapy professionals. We are proud that our quality care measures are recognized by Medicare. We support you with your recovery with a caring staff and registered nurses around the clock. Freedom Village Skilled Nursing is conveniently located near 3 hospitals, open to the public, and offers private Serenity Suites. Call today to experience first-class care for your loved one.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine, COVID lockdowns in China, relentless inflation and rising interest rates have disrupted production and caused the global economy to stall. Is your money at risk during these uncertain times? Do you know how much exposure you have to the stock market and bond mutual funds? Should you even have money in the market today? Get a free risk analysis to ensure your capital is protected. Call now for information on the Safer Money System, 949-219-0692.
We have Jerry here from Pacific Financial Planners who knows pretty much everything there is to know about the income and about the market today. So thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me again, Lisa. Appreciate being here.
And we were just talking off camera, you know, we're trying to make sense of all of the volatility that's going on. You know, are we going to go into a recession? Are we not? I mean, there's just so many different opinions out there. Are you hearing the same thing from your clients?
Well, you know, I'm trying to take care of my clients, so I get my information from other sources. But yeah, I do think that this recession fear is warranted. I actually kind of think it'll be very interesting to see in a few weeks where they come out with the gross domestic product, the GDP.
Right.
The textbook definition of a recession is 2 quarters in a row of negative GDP.
Right.
The first quarter, 2022, was negative, like a 1.6% negative print. And the Atlanta Fed is already saying they expect 0 for the second quarter, and I believe that too.
Okay.
And if that happens, that means we're in a recession today.
Okay. And then what would that mean for consumers and our residents? What are some things they should be careful about?
Well, again, the reason we're in this recession, as everybody knows, is because of the costs that have gone through the roof, the inflation costs. Your gas prices, you know, I don't need to tell any of the listeners, they know what's going on, food prices.
Right.
And what we're seeing is when you're spending more money for certain items, you have less money to spend for your discretionary items, like, you know, things that would drive the economy in a broader sense.
Right.
If that's not happening, then it starts to collapse the economy and you get a recession. The big scare is if we have stagflation. If this inflation stays high and interest rates stay high, and then you have a recession for workers, not necessarily the people in the community, and they start losing their jobs, that's when they'll really feel it. But our residents have some concerns as well, especially trying to protect their capital in these volatile environments.
Right. Well, let's take a look at one of your charts to kind of understand, what is actually going on. So you have this here, it says 10-year U.S. Treasury interest rates have doubled since January 1st. So what are we looking at?
Yeah, you're just looking at the rate of the 10-year Treasury. Now, what does that mean? The 10-year Treasury is the base cost of money. And so if your money cost to borrow have doubled, then that means, like for housing, let's just look at mortgage rates, which base off of this 10-year Treasury. It was 3% at the beginning of the year to get a 30-year mortgage fixed, conventional, and now it's over 6%. Wow. So average house in Orange County, not here in the Village, is $1 million. If you borrowed $1 million, it would cost you $30,000 in interest. Now it's $60,000. So it's not up 3%, it's up 100% your cost of money. So it therefore, again, it goes to that discretionary spending. If you've got to spend now $60,000 just for the loan on your mortgage, guess what you're not doing? You're not buying the vacations, you're not buying as many, discretionary goods and services. Right. That collapses the economy. We're already seeing it. Housing prices are starting to slow down. We're going to see that go more. Yeah. And that's a problem for people trying to get in. Now, if you've had a mortgage, knock on wood and thank your lucky stars that, you have a cheaper rate.
Exactly. But still, we're looking at, like you mentioned, gas prices are very high, as well as products are also very high, and that doesn't seem to be decreasing at all. So people are still shelling out much more than they had anticipated.
Well, Lisa, unfortunately, not only decreasing, as we were just talking about off camera, is that as long as the producer prices, the cost to the people who manufacture and sell us the goods, is going at a higher rate, about 11%, and we're at 9% to the consumers, right. They're going to pass those costs on to the consumers. I don't see those costs declining until we are in a full-blown recession. But that's probably what it's going to take to get out of it. But investors have some opportunities now, because the markets have been very volatile, to do two main things. One is just make sure you do a needs analysis, an income analysis of what you really need from all your sources of income. And then secondly, to do a risk analysis. Because the stock market is down somewhere between 25 and 35%, depending on which major market indice you look at. And some people are doing even worse than that. It's not too late to kind of look at your portfolios and make sure you're protected.
So let's talk about investments. So, of course, people like to receive income from their investments, like dividends and things like that. What are some things you would say to people?
Well, again, as you mentioned at the start, is I'm an income specialist, which is quite a bit different than most of the industry. Most of the industry, and it's not through their own fault. They got in like I did when I was young, and people want to grow their money and grow, and you save for retirement. But our listeners, when you start to, when you retire, you need that income, as you said. Right. So there's a world of income out there. There's banks, bonds, insurance companies, there's convertible bonds, there's preferred stocks, which are safer than regular stocks. There's something called closed-end funds, REITs, people have heard of real estate investment trusts, business development companies. But one of the safest things to start looking at is short-term bonds. They're paying pretty good. I mean, we're starting to look at some corporate bonds that are 12 to 18 months in the 3 to 4% range by good companies like IBM and AT&T and Bank of America. That I think those companies will be around in 12 to 18 months.
Well, it seems like that. They've been able to, withstand the turmoil that's been going on for so long. Now let's take a look at your next slide. And what are we looking at on this particular one?
Well, that's the market. That's the S&P 500. And you can see it's down 24% since January 1st. But if you look on the far right side, where it was like 4,200, and then all of a sudden now it's down well below that. We had, in the last couple of weeks, we had a 12-day or a 6-day stint where we went down 12%. Get those numbers right. 6 days down 12%. We're talking about a $40 trillion stock market that dropped about $5 trillion of net worth in just a few days. That's the repricing of the markets due to this interest rate adjustment, where rates are going higher because of trying to combat inflation. So this is where I'm talking about needing a risk analysis. Far too many seniors here in this community have far too much exposure to the stock market, things like this S&P 500 index and the NASDAQ, which is the other chart I had.
Some would argue that if, gosh, people want to pull all their money out, right? It's like, oh, they're scared to death. They just want to pull it out and put it in cash. What's wrong with that?
Well, it's an irrational decision. You need to make decisions based on sound judgment. And it's definitely possible that you should reduce exposure, but which things should you sell? Not everything goes down equally. There are things that, that work, that go up. I mean, for example, for most of this year, if energy prices, you're seeing the gas and oil prices go up, that hasn't been bad at all. Other things like high tech, because the price to earnings ratio was so wild, and that repricing of higher interest rates caused that sector to collapse. But you can't just willy-nilly just say, well, let's just sell everything. You should really have a plan for participation in the markets, but you also need to include protection. I call it the 3 Ps. A plan for participation and protection. That's really the only way to go. So again, if you're working with an advisor, great, always get a second opinion. It's free. Talk to a couple people. Use your own judgment after having an intelligent conversation with people who are experts in the field, and then make your own choice. Maybe I should sell everything, or maybe I should, maybe sell part of it, or maybe you're in good shape too. I mean, some people are.
Yeah, and it sounds like you would be able to guide them one way or the other, which is excellent. Let's talk a little about some of the forums that you've been having. You're still doing it for pretty much the rest of the year. How have they been so far?
Good. The COVID scare at the during the holidays, kind of put us back on the back burner. But since then, started off with maybe 20 people. Now we're back up to around 40 people, which is about what we're getting normally. And the thing is we cover various topics. Will your money last is the next one. We're going to talk about the risk and needs analysis, and that's really important to do. And so what are those various instruments for income, and how do they work, and if they're applicable to the people. The other part about it is the people who attend are all community residents, and they have opinions as well. So it's a shared forum of shared ideas. It's not just one person, giving a lecture the entire time. It is a collaborative effect. So people that have a lot of experience in investing, for people who are novice, you can get all your questions answered there in a no risk, very anonymous type environment.
That is a great way to go, because like you said, some people are better off than others, and maybe those that aren't as well off could learn from those that are.
Absolutely.
So that's a nice way to do it, because then the expert, being you, is there going, well, let me tell you what I would do in my situation.
Right. When you become a senior, you become a library of knowledge, and that's what we have, is a bunch of libraries of knowledge all collaboratively helping each other.
I love it. And then, of course, the next one is going to be shortly here in the next week or so, and that's awesome. And that's every last Tuesday of the month from 3 to 5 p.m. in Clubhouse 5, Room 1, and it is free to attend.
That's correct. Thank you, Lisa.
Excellent, excellent. Anything else I might have missed?
No, you've covered it all. I mean, obviously, the biggest thing is just to, it doesn't hurt. It's your money. You only get one chance at retirement. You've got to make your money last. It's free to get a second opinion. It's a problem when you don't have money. It's a problem when you do. And when you do have money, you want to get that, make sure it's going to last. Get a second opinion, get a third opinion, and then make your own decision.
All right, perfect. Thank you again for the information.
Thank you, Lisa.
If you want more information about everything that we've just discussed, including investments as well as the forums, you can always go to safeincometoday.com. We'll be right back.
Hi, welcome to Pacific Financial Planners. We focus on income replacement for your retirement. We have over 3 decades of professional money management experience. We personalize a plan that's right for you and your family. You only get one shot at retirement. Don't you think you better get it right? So give us a call for your free consultation. We can do this over the phone, via Zoom, or in person.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
Oh, life, how we admire you, are deeply fascinated by you. All your twists and turns and wild rides you take us on. The ups and the downs. Life, you live inside all of us, breathing, growing, beating. You are the reason we'll always provide world-class healthcare. Providence, we see the life in you.
As we advance through the years, challenges in our daily activities arise. Lake Forest Services hire caregivers that go through stringent screening and compliance processes for assistance in all daily activities. Qualified veterans may also receive care as a VA benefit. We also provide full-service palliative and hospice care through Lake Forest Hospice. Our medical director and his team accommodates house calls to those in need. We exist to create seamless transitions that enhance quality of life.
All right, let's go ahead and give you a preview of our movies for Friday and Saturday. Of course, Friday is International Film Friday, and this is a Spanish film, The Sea Inside, and you can catch that at 2 and 6 p.m., both with closed captioning. Then on Saturday, we have a different kind of film, and that is called All the Money in the World, and this is actually based on the happenings of the kidnapping of the Getty family. And that will be brought to you by Memorial Care at 2 and 6 p.m. on Saturday. Okay, let's take a look at our wild weather. While we had our morning broadcast, we had some lightning, some thunder, and some rain. So I guess I didn't predict all that badly. So anyway, this morning, AM showers, but sunshine this afternoon, 86, 67, 83, 65, 82, 62, 81, 65, and 83, 68. We will be back again here tomorrow at 9 a.m. with some more fun, exciting guests. And you can catch us here at 9 o'clock tomorrow, right here on Village Television. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Now there's a different way to buy a new Lexus. It's called CarDash, only available at southcountylexus.com. It's amazingly simple. Visit southcountylexus.com, select and reserve your new or pre-owned vehicle that comes with a 5-day love it or leave it guarantee. Apply for credit, calculate your payment, and even appraise your trade-in, all online. Once you arrive at the dealership, just pick up your car and drive home. Push a button, get a Lexus. South County Lexus, where different is amazing.